this kind of ties right into what I've been doing. Today was day 13 of a project I have fondly named.
13 already.
Yeah,
Wow.
almost halfway done. Project Rise and Shine. So, as many of you know, we have our Escape Adulthood Summit coming up soon. And with that, I always give some sort of presentation. And so a couple weeks ago, we were coming off of Busy May, and I was in my morning quiet time. I kind of put out this prayer of like, okay, what am I supposed to share with everybody at that summit? Because my brain is a little full. And immediately the answer was, come for the sunrise for 30 days in a row, and I'll tell you everything that you should say. And so I'm like, well, that seems easy. Oh, easy. Well, the good news is the first few days, of course, it feels early, but I couldn't even, my body is now waking up. Isn't it amazing how you do that? So 4:50, I'm up every day to see this beautiful sunrise. So I've been learning a few things. I want to share a few things with you guys that I've been kind of putting out there into the world. So one of the things I'm learning is that no sunrise is the same at all.
So snowflakes, huh?
I know. I'm like 13. You would think 2 would have been similar. No, not even similar. So even if they're kind of simple sunrises where the sky isn't painted big canvas, I've been telling Jason, God uses little canvases and he uses big canvases. And it's always interesting to me to see what canvas he's going to use that day. So even if it's simple, they're very different from one another. So one of the things I wanted to share is this little picture. So this is one of the dandelions I found. I love doing dandelions, of course, with our weeds and wishes kind of thing. So I love playing with the light and all of that. But this one, as you can see, is kind of at the end of its game, right? There's not a lot left here. So as I was taking it, I kind of had this moment where I'm like, this will not be here tomorrow. It gets real gusty on the edge of Lake Michigan. And so that mentality of how fleeting a lot of beauty actually is, and whether it's just that moment you see a deer or an eagle or whatever it is, like a lot of beauty is fleeting. And many of you know from my past talks at the summit, one of my favorite words is savor. So it just kind of put me in that mentality of like, pay attention and savor, because this is going to be gone very quickly. Another one that I put up and shared is this, what I was looking at looked to me to be like an angel wing. And unfortunately in the square format, it doesn't do it justice, but the edges really did kind of extend more like an angel wing on both sides. And it was really vast. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm kind of savoring it. I'm taking it in. And I'm like journaling, which is part of my process. And I looked up and it was gone. And
doesn't take long.
It just, again, reminded me of like, don't take anything for granted, because here we are. This was a whole big cloud formation and it had dissipated, or, it didn't look like an angel wing anymore, which if you've ever cloud watched is part of the fun, right? It's constantly changing. So those two pictures kind of reminded me of those little messages. And it kind of goes along with what we've been talking about with our clients lately, which is what is happening this summer for you that will not happen any other summer. And for us, it's a 12-year-old Lucy and a 9-year-old Ben and a 7-year-old Ro, which I can't believe. That's it. This is
not
the
going
summer.
to get another one of those again.
Right. And this is what we've been kind of challenging our clients with. Maybe we've mentioned it here too, because it is on our mind a lot. And I have been making conscious choices based on that. So I even put up a post this morning for the Escape Adulthood League about some of the things I've been trying to do. These little steps that are big wins, And I think we all have those chances in our lives to take little steps that are big wins. And if we kind of have more perspective of what is fleeting, what won't always be here, maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a spouse, like it just kind of puts things in the right order to be able to make choices that you won't regret. Mm-hmm. So one more picture to share. Here's my happy place. This is where I have the honor of enjoying these amazing sunrises. Actually, I had a friend today who I talked to, and she said, is that swing really your swing? Do you sit on that swing? I'm like, yes, we do. And it is, we don't take it for granted, you guys. This is our happy place. And that's my question for you. Where is your happy place? where is it right now that when you spend 5, 10, 30 minutes there, you are a better person because of it. And I think that place will not just find itself for you. You have to consciously seek it out, and you have to carve out time to be in that happy place. So take this, this little slowdown of summer, I hope for you. It tends to be a little slowdown for people, and find that happy place and spend as much time there as possible.
Yeah, so. It's funny to say this happy or a slow time, because it often is. But as we've talked about a couple weeks ago with the reopening of things, like I feel like things are accelerating. Maybe more so than we even want.
Yes.
In terms
of that happy place
busyness
may not just find
all the more reason to be there, to park there. Yep.
Right.
Well, you've got a lot of fans here. Kelsey says, "I'm loving your posts."
Thanks, Kelsey.
Dorothy also says, "Love your pictures." Mary Beth looks forward to the pictures every day, as does Helen and the views. So that's pretty cool. People following along.
That's so cool, guys. Mm-hmm. Thank you. And I'm on page 45 in my journal that I started on day 1. So I am thrilled that this talk is coming together. And I have to tell you that there's a lot of surprises that I'm discovering. So It's going to be cool to share.
Let's see. Meg says her happy place is our deck with sprinklers on and pups playing.
I love it.
Sharon, our neighbor's almond orchard. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I've never been in an almond orchard.
No, I can't even picture what that's would be like.
Brenda says, our cabin. I take lots of pictures to enjoy when we're not there, and smile every time. Yeah, that's a good reminder to have that around, right? Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I'm glad it's been fruitful for you. It's kind of neat to see. I have the fortunate opportunity of hearing some of the insights that come. Not all of them, but every once in a while she comes in and
this is full circle though, wisdom. Guys, because the other day I went into his studio and he's painting one of my pictures.
Plagiarism.
So I'm just like in awe that there's some sort of symbiotic artistic expression happening here. So we'll see where it goes, and we're excited to share with you as it develops.
This is pretty cool. Steve says, I'm actually outside walking while I listen today and enjoying the beauty.
That's awesome.
Pretty rad. Cool, Steve. Hope you enjoy your walk.
Don't you love technology?
I know.
We're going for a walk with you, Steve. How cool is that?